Well, we invited him to come in June of 2012. At the same time, we invited all the other athletes. He was the only one out of the 11 that refused our offer to come in at the time. Tempted to, obviously win the case. He obviously didn't. The truth prevailed. We met again in December, attempted to meet again in January, February, and so far he's refused to come in and be truthful and answer all the questions under oath, just like all the other athletes have done. So at this point, the case, we're moving forward with our investigation. Hopefully UCI is putting together its process, and we're not letting, whether he participates or not, stop us from doing everything possible to unshackle this sport from its dirty past and move it forward. I think he's got as many have written about, he's got a deposition in the United States on November 21st. It's currently scheduled, where he's going to go under oath in a lawsuit. It's going to be transcribed, and that information, he's going to have to answer questions under oath. And I think, given that he's being now forced essentially to come forward through that process, that he's trying to also get the advantage of being forced to come forward. And it's a little late, but we're still hopeful. He does come in and answer everything we have to ask him under oath, but until he decides to do that, it's entirely premature to determine or speculate, any sort of reduction or the truthfulness of whatever he might ultimately say, because, that would obviously have to be done under oath, under our questioning.
Section, yeah, but it's a bit, I'm all on my own.
Is it?
Definitely, yeah.
And the travel?
Well, there's a lot of trouble at the moment. USADA is the body that has sanctioned Lance Armstrong, and those sanctions have been accepted by the UCI and by the World Anti-Doping Agency as well. And only USADA, in effect, can look again at those sanctions. They may well want to do if Mr. Armstrong is prepared to contribute towards the Commission and provide further information. I think one of the things that really interests me is the allegations that he seems to have made, apparently, that there has been collusion in the past and cover-ups at the UCI, and if that's true, those are very, very serious allegations, and I'd like to see some evidence of that. If those things are not true, then again, those allegations perhaps shouldn't have been made, and that's a serious matter as well. So all of those kind of things are of interest to me, but I think that Lance Armstrong has been sanctioned by USADA, and at the moment, if he wants any sort of reduction to those sanctions, he's got to go and talk to USADA.